Apparently, I've got something in my throat. I'm going to get rid of that. But as you can see the thumbnail, um, your boy here is trending on Gen 7 Outdoors on number 10. And I'm working my way to the top. I'm telling you. You're going to be seeing a lot of me on that channel. It's on Roku, it's on Apple, it's on Android, it's on like a lot of streaming things. Just go to Gen 7 Outdoors on Google. It'll take you right to it. They got an app, so you can download the app. I'm on the app. I'm on everything. So that's pretty exciting. And on top of that, we got. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing tomorrow as far as fishing wise. Here, let me clean y'all off real quick. I don't even know. Is this thing even? Clean my camera real quick. That little dot there, man. It gets dirty sometimes. Fingerprints and whatnot. But anyway, I don't know what we're going to be doing tomorrow. It's going to be a toss up. I don't know if I'm going to have 2 hours, 4 hours, half a day. I mean, I don't even know. I hope it's a lot. If it's not, then we'll just make the best of it. Why is my glasses foggy? Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what tomorrow's gonna look like. Hopefully it's gonna be good. How's it going? Whoever's in here. Appreciate you joining. I don't know if you noticed or not, but that's the thumbnail. I'm trending on in the top 10 and Gen 7 Outdoors on that one video that I made down at Showing. So I think it's pretty cool. It's there's an app they have called Gen 7 Outdoors. You go there, download it, and you've got like all outdoor stuff. It's like fishing, hunting, grilling, knife reviews. There's all kinds of stuff on there. But anyway, that's I already told Jody, which is the dude that owns the place, that he's gonna. 'Cause I've been with him since last year. I can't remember if it was August. I think is when I joined them. Gen 7 Outdoors, and I put some stuff on there, and you can get monetized, but you have to have like a certain amount of hours, kind of like YouTube is. So that's kind of one of the things I'm working on. Another thing I'm working on, I did get a motor, I did get a battery, I did get a charger for said battery, and I have a mount for my kayak. So I have a motor now. All I have to do next week is to. How's it going, Sonny? All I have to do is go get it registered and tagged, and I'm good to go. Speaking of good to go, I visited Guest Creek Marina today with my daughter just because she loves marinas. I'm not sure why. Hey, Daddy likes marinas too. He catches big fish there. If you notice my last video, I caught some big girls down there, two of them. So if you haven't checked those out, please check them out. But anyway, when those marinas get flooded, those big girls get up in there, and that shad spawn was just the perfect storm. I was like, when I got there, I wanted to launch the kayak, but it was supposed to rain. So I was like, well, there's no reason I can't make myself do that. Flooded marina, I know they're there. Shad spawn, they're going to be there. I found them, caught them, and the rest is history. But anyway, uh, do I want to hear something funny? Sure. I was about to tell you something funny that I don't have my kayak put together yet, like the motor or nothing. I haven't tested it out, so hopefully not tomorrow, but next Saturday or I'm sorry, next Sunday, I'll get it out and test it out and stuff. And I'm sure y'all probably are aware that June 15th, which is not next week, the week after that, I'm on vacation from Monday through Thursday, and I'll be doing nothing but fishing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's all I'm doing all day long. Hey, you never said what was funny. I was fishing and a fish stole my fishing pole. It was too strong for me. Okay. What kind of fish was it? Dude, I mean, you could have a damn Barbie reel and it wouldn't even make a difference. I mean, there's no way that fish is too strong for you. It may have broke your line or something, I get that, but I'm getting that son of a chin, telling you. Somehow or another. Yeah, that's the and if we do get to go tomorrow, I've got you think it was a shark? You think it was a shark? Holy shit. Are you fishing in the ocean? Damn, son. But tomorrow, if I do get to go in the kayak, we're gonna focus on I'm trying to set up myself for when I go on vacation. So I know the bluegill spawn's about to happen, and I do have some bluegill baits that I'm gonna be throwing, but this is one I'm gonna be throwing if I get to go tomorrow specifically. I'll tell you what I did with it. This I'm trying to go for a crappie profile. I think I said sunny, right? I thought I did. Like Sunny on Still Team, the show Still Team. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going for a crappie pattern, and oh, if I said Sean, I apologize, man. Anyway, we're going for a crappie pattern because I know those big bass out there eat crappie, and I want to take advantage of that if they're doing that. And I know they're up there eating bluegill, but I don't think they'll pass up a crappie, a small crappie if they see it. This is basically silver and white, and got a big ass chunk on here that's black and blue. The blue, from what I've read and heard, that the bass don't see as blue, they see it as gray. So you got the black, the blue, the white, and the gray that's kind of in the skirt a little bit. And on top of this, I don't know, I don't see anybody doing this shit, so I'm just gonna let y'all in on it. I painted these blades black. Like I took a paint marker and painted them black because I know that spinnerbait is a circumstantial kind of bait. You need like low light, high wind, or you can have high sun with a lot of wind, or you can have like low light with no wind. You can throw it. You just need to kind of modify your bait. But I feel like you could probably throw this in any condition. This basically is is like a spinnerbait swim jig. Like you don't. It's not gonna. They're not gonna see the blades because this is so bright. They're just gonna focus on this thing spinning around. And I did this for a reason. I left the skirt long because I wanted to cover that chunk a little bit. I don't want them to see the chunk per se, but I want it to be there. You know what I mean? Awesome, Sonny. I'm glad you're learning, man. And I don't really know a lot about vision. I know what I do and I know what works for me, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm just spewing it out on live, and you can take it or you can use it, or you don't have to use it either way. Because a lot of the worst part about fishing advice is, and nobody's going to tell you this except for Brian Latimer. He's the only one that'll tell you this. The fishing advice you get today is not going to work tomorrow. It's all adaptive. Like where I found fish today, they're not going to be there tomorrow. So you're going to have to figure them out. They're in that area. And you have to find them, but they're not going to do all this. They're not going to do the same thing that's the whole thing. But anyway, this is what I'm going to be throwing tomorrow if I get to go. Like I said, I'm trying to focus on crappie patterns, and I think that pretty much would suffice as a crappie. I mean, it could probably suffice as a bluegill too, but I think it's a little too white for it. But I don't think it really makes a difference. And I'm of the opinion, and I don't even give a fuck what anybody says. If fish are shallow and they're in a mood to feed, it almost doesn't make a difference what you throw in there color wise. They might prefer a certain profile, but I don't think color's going to matter under most circumstances, is what I'm saying. If they're in the mood to feed, color won't matter really that much until I mean, it doesn't matter until it does. Does that make sense? Yeah. I lost a lot of folks on that one, but I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you what I do, the way I think. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. Like I said, I don't. I may not. I may have to go to the Taylorsville Lake Tailwater tomorrow, which is fine because it's up, and that's when fish get in there. And I may not have time to launch the kayak tomorrow. I mean, which is fine, but I'd prefer to do it that way. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty stoked about the Gen 7 Outdoors thing. Out of all the videos that's on that whole website, I'm trending number 10. I think that's cool as fuck. I ain't gonna lie about it. This was yesterday. My son got a fish, and I was proud of him because it was a bass. He was 14 years old. That's awesome, dude. He probably won't ever forget that. Dead serious. I remember the first bass I caught. I mean, it was back in like the late 80s, I think. The they don't even make this bait anymore that I caught it on. That's what's so funny. I could still like picture it as plain as day. It was a little rubber crawfish that came in like you could buy a tackle box at Walmart, and it had a bunch of these like lures in it. The worms that they had in there were shitty. They were like lime green, and they were just they were about that long. They were just shitty worms. But anyway, you would get like a couple of these little crawfish that were about this big, and they were like they were rubber, like a plastic worm would be. And they had this little hook, like weed guard over top of it. And it was plastic. I think it was plastic. It was either plastic or mono, one of the two. But anyway, and it had like a little split tail at the end of that plastic, and it covered the hook. And I remember I was like, I wanted to catch bass so bad, and I was like, my grandpa was like, he was always into like bluegill fishing and stuff. So he's like, all right, take this and just throw it out there and just hop it around. So I hopped it around and I reeled it in. I threw it back out there. And this is like 3 or 4 casts later. I hopped it around, and I started reeling it in. And then one like grabbed it. So I set the hook on him with a Zipco 33 and whatever rod I was using. I don't even remember what it was, but it wasn't, uh, it wasn't a rod I should have been throwing on that with like 8 pound line or whatever it was. Thin. But yeah, it was weird. It's kind of funny how you remember stuff like that. But that's the way fishing is. It's definitely an addiction. That's for sure. There's some things you don't forget. There's some things you wish you could forget. Oh, I forgot to tell you about this. When I go on vacation, the 15th, I'm gonna be doing three different lakes. The first lake we're gonna be going to is I'm gonna do Taylorsville Lake. First one. Second one's gonna be Geist. Third one's gonna be Shelbyville or Lake Shelby, they call it. And then the next day, which is the last day I'm on vacation, I'm gonna pick whichever one was the best, and I'm gonna go back. That's what I'm gonna do. That sound cool to y'all? No, I have zero viewers now. Awesome. Zero. Purple. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you heard that or not, but I'm gonna be going to Three Lakes in June, or the not this coming week, but next week. Geist Creek or Taylorsville Lake, Geist Creek, and Lake Shelby, and whichever one's the best, I'm gonna go there on Thursday and fish all day there. I mean, I'm gonna fish all day at all of them, but I'm just saying that's Thursday's gonna be whichever one was the best is where I'm going. So June 15th, all day fishing. 16th, all day fishing. 17th and 18th, all day fishing. It's going to be fantastic, is what it's going to be. I don't know if y'all knew this or not, but I have a Amazon Prime storefront if anybody's interested. Just saying. I didn't put it in the description or anything. I think if you go to Amazon and look up local Hammer 82, you'll probably find it. And we had 2 viewers, but they left for some reason. I guess I started talking about selling stuff. That's why I don't like selling stuff. I'd prefer not to do that. I mean, I don't have to do that. Just throwing it out there, you know. It's kind of one of them deals where, I mean, I've got it. If you're interested in it, you don't have to like leave the live just because I fucking said I had an Amazon storefront. You know, I mean, we're still gonna go fishing, whether I have one or not. But anyway, yeah, that's basically yeah, the Gen 7 stuff, the spinnerbait stuff tomorrow, vacation. Yeah, we've covered everything that I really wanted to cover. So, y'all got any questions for me? I mean, please, please throw them in the comments. I'll definitely answer them. I've got a wealth of knowledge about fishing in general, not specific lakes, but how's it going, Jaybird? You doing all right, man? You doing any fishing this weekend? Excuse me. Donkey rig. Okay. The double fluke rig. Awesome. I've never used it per se, but I could see how it's effective. Not that it's not that I have never thought about throwing it, just never have. I'll be honest with you, man. If you're asking, I seen the question mark. If you're asking me about it, I think it's a very effective way to. Oh, you never have. Also, you are asking me about it. Okay, I've never used it either, but I know enough about fishing where I can tell you that a fluke is a really, really good bait. Depending on the conditions you have, um, it's a really good way to cover a lot of water because you're working it really, really fast. It's not something you just kind of twitch and let it fall and twitch and let it fall. You're just burnt like twitch, twitch, twitch. You're almost working like a jerk bait in the summertime. So you want to move it pretty fast. I don't really buy the fact that you have to use a 3-way swivel for it. I bet you could probably just put one of those flukes on your line on top of the swivel and it would work just fine. Like I mean you could do a 3-way swivel. I just don't think you would need one personally. I tell you, there's a technique that I've been wanting to use that I have not used is a free rig. Like it's just a fucking swivel or not swivel, a bill sinker on a Texas rig. And basically, when you pop it up, the weight goes with it, but then the weight falls, and then it just kind of the bait dangles down like this, and it's like really freer. It's a lot freer than it would be if you had a bullet weight on it, which kind of constricts it and pulls it down further in the water faster as the weight falls. I haven't used that yet. I've got some baits that I really want to try it on, but I can't do it right now because where I fish at, you get snagged. I mean, you'll get snagged. You'll probably lose 5 of those in like an hour. Oh, how's it going, Peter? You doing okay, man? You going fishing this weekend? I hope, because it's a really awesome way to spend your time, re- regardless of what our wives think. Even though my wife didn't really, she don't give me a whole lot of shit about it. She knows that it's like part of my mental reset for the week. Like I have to have fishing. You know what I mean? Like, I have to go because otherwise I'm gonna be a miserable bastard at work and at home. Just saying. That's how things operate around here. You went fishing? Awesome, dude. You catch anything? You been getting any? As those hats say on Milliken or Zark? How you doing? I'm done with it. I won't do that anymore, I promise. I ain't gonna lie though, Zark's character is pretty funny. I don't know if he's really like that or not, but awesome, dude. That's always a good time. I mean, even if you don't catch anything, that's always, I mean, it's still fun, you know? That's why I stopped playing golf, because I'd get down to the round and I'd be like, you know what? I'm still pissed off. I'd be pissed off until I go to sleep. I may even be more pissed off when I got up in the morning. But when I go fishing and I don't catch anything, I'm still fine. I'm not mad because that's just fishing, you know? 30 fish? I'm talking bass, catfish, bluegill, crappie, or crappie as they call it. Speaking of crappie, I'll be throwing this to them hopefully tomorrow with these black blades. I painted black. And I got this. I mean, I don't know about you all, but it looks like a little baby crappie. I'm sorry, but it does. I know it's a chunk, but I wanted something with some meat. I wanted a big presence, and I left the skirt long so it covers it up. But that's what I'm gonna be throwing tomorrow if I get to go, because my schedule's kind of wow, as in what? Like the spinnerbait I'm throwing, or the black blades, or the crappie, or what? How's it going, y'all? Adventure and Jeremy. Game, game what? Game warden. I don't want to see game warden. My license expires in like 45 minutes. Not really. It doesn't. I think it's like next year. It's in my wallet somewhere. Ah, yeah. My theory. If you want to hear my theory on it, I'll be glad to tell you about it. Even though I've already said what my theory was about it. I live on like literally down the road from Taylorsville Lake. It's not a great lake for bass fishing. Um, it's really tough. So if you go back and watch my videos that I made, I mean, people around there are not catching those caliber of fish very often. And but having said that, I think differently. So there's tons of crappie in that lake, like tons of crappie, like 9 to 10 inch crappie. I mean, there's some big ones in there too, but I'm just saying there's tons of 9 to 10 inch crappie. And you can't make me believe that those bass are not feeding on those baby crappie. And I wanted to imitate a crappie, but I wanted a spinnerbait that I could throw in any condition, whether there's high sun, no wind, which is why I painted these blades black with a marker, not a Sharpie, that's actual paint marker, and both sides of these are black because I don't want that flash. Now, if you think about it, you can throw a bladed jig in high sun, lower wind. I did see a bass. It's like probably 20 feet. 20 feet. Okay. I don't know what that means, dude. But I'm just saying you can throw a chatterbait in less than ideal spinnerbait conditions. So I'm looking. So there's vibration there in a vibrating jig, but there's not as much flash. So the vibration I don't think really matters. It's the flash that throws the bass off. And they're like, I don't know about that. If you got like high sun, low wind. So I want to take that flash away. So basically, this turns into a swim jig that has blades on it. Like it basically turns it into a swim jig, essentially, that vibrates. I did see a bass. It's like probably 20 feet, and then he says 12. So you saw a bass in 12 feet of water. To me, that's what that sounds like you're saying. Because there's no way a bass was 12 feet long. 12 feet. Okay. I don't even. Okay. I really. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that information, dude. I, I don't know. So you're saying you caught bass at 12 feet? Is that what you mean? I'm gonna assume that's what you mean. What you mean? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Were they on some structure? Were they like on a brush pile, or were they just like on a random point, or just because a lot of them now, most lakes around this area, they're the bluegill spawn is pretty going pretty good because we had the full moon not that long ago, and they're feeding pretty heavily on them bluegill. So they might just be just chilling off that break right there, just looking up like. The bank goes down like this and then it breaks off into the deeper water. They'll just be chilling on that break looking up at it. And if any bluegill comes down in them, so it was on some structure, so or they were on the bluegill spawn. Is that what you mean? There's a lot of reasons a bass could be anywhere. We just don't know why. You just have to read the conditions and make a determination in your mind. Like, there's probably a fish here. There's got to be at least three reasons. In my mind, there's got to be at least three reasons when I'm looking at an area that a bass would be there. There's got to be forage, there's got to be cover, and there's got to be some kind of either wind or like environmental uh, influence, whether it be current, wind, something like that. There's got to be and then deep water too. There's got to be a mixture of all that in there somewhere. I know you didn't ask for that. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Oh, I forgot to tell you about this too. The On Gen 7 Outdoors, I'm going to be doing a podcast with the owner next week. I can't. I don't know if it's Friday or Saturday. We haven't actually made the exact time, but it's going to be one of them 2 days. And we were supposed to do it yesterday, but we didn't. Something came up and whatever. Basically, it's going to be getting to know the creator from the eyes of from the eyes of the creator. Like he's going to be asking me questions about my background, you know, my favorite fishing, you know, time with my grandpa or whatever. It's gonna be like stuff like that. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm not gonna lie about it. I've never been on a podcast before, so that's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm really really looking forward to that. I am what you said you are, and I'm asking I am what. I am excited. I'll tell you that. I'm not gonna lie about it. Hey, if y'all could share this live, that'd be pretty sweet. I'd greatly appreciate that if y'all did. So we're like 30 minutes in right now. I mean, we're not going to go too far long. I mean, we might go like 45 minutes or something. It's not going to be crazy. What do y'all think about that, like, urchin bait? Like, that fucking, what the hell's it called? That bait that looks like a sea urchin or something? What do y'all think about that? Because I don't use them. I've never bought one. I've never even looked at one to buy it, like, thinking about buying it. I'm not saying they don't work, because obviously they do. Nobody's bought one. Okay. Well, all right. Well, excuse me. What about Mark Daniels' video? He said about four facing sonar. I know how to lawn mower my lawn. Oh, you live next door to me, don't you? That's awesome. Yeah, you live next door. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm kind of surprised Sherry let you do that, to be honest. She's really picky. She don't even like me cutting grass. She don't even like my wife cutting grass. What do you mean, same? You know who, dude, you live like literally that way. You live right next door to me. Yeah. Just gonna say, man, I'm surprised Sherry actually let that go because, like I said, she don't even like me cutting grass, and she don't like my wife cutting grass because we don't do it right apparently. And yeah, no, what? No, you don't live next door to me. Not that better hard to believe. What does that have to do with you living next door to me? But all right, well, what does I know how to lawn mower my lawn. What does it have to do with anything? Please tell me that about what we were talking about. That's what made me think you live next door because our lawnmower was down and we didn't have a lawnmower, and our grass got like really fucking high, and our neighbor, apparently the dad, Rob, volunteered his son to cut it, and apparently my mother-in-law agreed to it. Is that not what happened? That's one thing that makes me think that you live next door is because you mentioned the lawnmower thing, or maybe you live down the street. I don't know. I don't even really care, man. Thank you for watching the live. Kind of hoping tomorrow goes better than I think it's going to be honest with you. I'm hoping that I can find some crappie that's like off the edge of a bluegill spawn and there's some bass there. I'm hoping though. That's the plan. If I get to go out in the yak. So if I don't get to go out in the kayak, then I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'll probably end up going to Tailwater. Have you have you going to Baby Beach? Okay. I don't even know what that means. So you're gonna have to like redo that. I don't even know what that means. Dude, have you going to Baby Beach? I don't even know what that means, dude. I wish this would like stop being so fucking gay. I want it to stay there. Are we talking about in Taylorsville? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that I don't have a motor on my yak, so I'm not gonna be paddling anywhere to any place long. I normally stay around in the basin or the main lake area. If I can't figure out what any fish are there, then I just don't catch fish. I've only gotten skunked. I don't know how many times it was because it was in the wintertime. I think five times I went in the wintertime. I didn't catch a fish. Because I mean, I'm not paddling all the way to someplace that I don't know that they're there for no reason. I mean, I'm gonna have to have a reason why they're there. I don't know. So if they're not in the main area, then I'm probably having a bad day. I will Google Baby Beach. I don't know what that even is, but once we get off here, I'll Google it. Fair enough. Anyway, hey, we're rolling up on 40 minutes, so I think we're gonna cut this off. I've said just about everything that I needed to say. Kind of give you all an update of what's going on. You know, we got the Gen 7 thing. Got hopefully we're fishing tomorrow. Our vacation in June 15th. That's gonna start. Um, yeah, there's a lot of things happening, and I'm pretty fucking excited about it actually. Especially the Gen 7 thing. That's pretty cool. I made top 10, and I promise you, I'm not satisfied with 10. I'm not gonna be satisfied till I hit one. And yeah, so be looking forward to that shit. And I will definitely see you all on the water. Hopefully tomorrow. Later. I'm only one in chat. Yeah, probably. I don't know. See you on the water.